We're talking gourmet cooking this morning with Mike.
That's right. If you remember Getting Fresh with Mike, the cooking segment that I used to do, it's back, but under a new name, and this time with the help from the folks at the Grill on Gage in Kennewick with Chef Brian Hodges. So check out the first segment that is going to be a weekly segment here on Local News Today of Mike's Local Gourmet. Welcome to Mike's Local Gourmet at the Grill on Gage in Kennewick. I'm joined by Chef Brian Hodges. And Brian, what are we going to be preparing today?
Today we're preparing a beef brisket. We're going to be going over how to clean it, season it, and then we'll go through the cooked product after this.
So a lot goes into preparing your beef brisket before it even gets to however you're going to cook it. So Brian, what are you removing now from the underside of the meat?
Right now we're taking off some of the fat, otherwise known as collagen, and some of the silver skin, which is connective tissue that is very tough, and you want to remove a lot of it so you don't have a nice piece of chewy meat. So what we're going to do is get our dry rub here.
So what goes into a good dry rub? I prefer dry myself as opposed to a wet rub. I guess you have the two schools of thought.
Right.
So what goes into, what are the key components to a good dry rub?
First two would definitely be salt and sugar. I prefer brown sugar and white sugar equally.
Why is that? Why do you have the two different kinds of sugar? Don't they both provide sweetness?
Different flavors.
Okay.
Definitely.
Brian is applying quite liberally here. Is there an amount that you want to stick to when it comes to a rub, or just enough to completely cover the meat?
You definitely want to completely cover it, and it's your own taste too, how strong you want the flavor for sure. If you're at home, you don't even have a smoker, you can put it in your oven, roast it. I would do it covered till it's almost done and uncover it so you get a nice crust on it with the sugar.
Okay, so the brisket is done. Total cook time close to 9 or so hours, and notice that nice charring on the top there that you get from that slow cooking of the sugar over a long time. All right, so we've gotten everything that we need to break the brisket down. Remember, Brian is starting on the side there and slicing at an angle to get the prettier slices of meat. Look at that. And remember, you gotta let your meat set, or else all those juices are just going to come racing out of it, and then you end up with dry meat. After a long time of cooking, you can see kind of like a tree, the rings on a tree. You can see that exterior smoke that's really penetrated the meat and gives you that extra flavor. So I hate to disturb this excellent setting here, but let's go right in. And see, nice and tender as you cut it. That's absolutely delicious. You get that smokiness. You really taste how long it took for something like this to cook. And again, you can get Brian's barbecue rub recipe and find out how to do this at home on NBCRightNow.com, as well as on our Facebook page. But until next week, from Kennewick, I'm Mike Linden, NBC Right Now. So Brian's barbecue rub recipe is going to be up on our Facebook page following the show, as well as the website, but we have a list of it here for you. 1 tablespoon each of salt, paprika, garlic powder, garlic salt, black pepper, thyme, and oregano. And those are all 1 tablespoon outside of 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And you can use this barbecue rub. It doesn't have to be on brisket. You can use it on pork and chicken and even fish too. And Kevin, what do you prefer, a dry rub or a wet rub when it comes to barbecue food?
You know, I don't know. I tell you the truth, I don't really know the difference. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the wet rub, you're just using the dry spice, or dry rub, you're using the spices, and then the wet rub would be more so barbecue sauce or something tomato-based. But it's all up to your taste, and we'll put that recipe online for you on Facebook and on our website as well.
All right.